Hello and welcome to the 13th episode of Metroid Other M. Lucky number 13.
Well, more like unlucky number 13 after what we just went through.
That was the joke. So, we're stronger than ever. We have the plasma beam. We have the plasma beam.
And Adam's dead. That makes us stronger.
That makes it so much better. Like, I can feel the weight lifting off my shoulders already.
But think about it. You're getting Adam's death in return for Samus being completely ruined.
Oh, and we have the super missile.
What was that?
Puffers. They explode when you kill them.
So, now that Samus has gone all full Super Metroid on us, where are we going?
I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go right now. So, lovely weather.
Something was gnawing at me. Communication with Adam had ceased. From the deleter's point of view, Adam would represent the largest threat. Without question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich. He wouldn't go down easily. And Adam would already know about the deleter. So there's no way he would let his guard down. If that was the case, then why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the unfolding situation, and what was he planning to do next? My racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
Oh god, tank mode.
Tank mode. I'm trying to press left, right, and down here, and it's not working. I can only go forward.
She's solid snaking that guy.
Why bother? Just run up and just
Clank,
tackle him.
clank, 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 clank. Yeah, real subtle there, Samus.
So, just in case you were curious about going anywhere else.
Everything else is locked, huh?
Everything else is locked. We're going only into this elevator.
This road has rails.
Elevator is bound for Sector 1.
First person.
So I was gonna mention, I think if you know she's saying, "Oh, I wonder where Adam is," I'm like, "Well, Samus, your fault as always because you freaked out when you needed him most or whatever." And I like how she says communications with Adam ceased, and I'm like, yeah, because he stopped talking to you. It's not like you're talking to him. So it's like one-way communication with Adam ceased. Thank fuck for that.
Fighting some... They're actually new enemies this time. They're not the same pillbugs.
Yeah, they got spikes. They're more menacing. They're punk.
It's funny that you say Punk. What wasn't Punk from Mega Man? Didn't he look kind of like this?
I actually don't know. I'm just saying punk because you know punks use leather jackets, spikes, mohawks, that kind of shit. Okay, overblast.
Well, they're not too fond of the overblast thing. So I don't know. Charge beam a couple times maybe.
They're going the old-fashioned way.
These guys are different from the pillbugs in that they can burrow into steel. The pillbugs couldn't do that.
Well, honestly, is there really a difference when you're noting, like, oh, they're burrowing? They're pillbugs. And they're very neat. They don't even ruin the ground. Yeah! Samus steps on his neck and be like, goodbye.
This is a woman that's suffering from PTSD.
This is how she treats her PTSD. So what are you looking at here? A grapple point?
That's a grapple point, but I'm not positive how to reach it yet.
I think we need a little space and a little jump.
Maybe.
I honestly have little to say because I'm still kind of in shock at that scene. And I didn't connect the dots until someone on the... Must chase.
Just to show that he's over there.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, someone on the thread pointed out Ridley comes from the Furby thing, and that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
It just threw you for a complete loop, did it?
It did, because I actually did not connect the dots until they did, and I'm like, seriously?
The game kind of spelled it out for you.
Well, I actually didn't, because I didn't expect, when I picture Ridley, I picture, Ridley. I don't picture Furby thing to Rape Lizard to destructive parent eater. I don't know, it's just so, it's like I said earlier, it's like a Pokemon evolution chain, except Pokemon at least, there was kind of like...
It tries to make sense.
No, it doesn't. Furby thing to Rape Lizard makes little sense at all.
No. The Pokemon tries to make sense when it does evolutions.
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Pokemon at least has a... you can kind of see where each evolution is going, but Ridley's not really. Anyway, it's just stupid all around.
A lot of people were saying how they don't like Ridley's redesign, and I said in the last episode that I did. Now I'm gonna backpedal because that's what I do. I agree that it doesn't look like Ridley, but it does look very menacing, and that's...
He looks just like Buff.
That's more in line with what I was thinking.
He's like, yeah, I pumped up. Now I'm gonna eat you up. And of course, he got Anthony, but not a Samus.
You seen the concept art for Ridley? He had 8-pack abs and firm toned buttocks.
Yeah, that guy, he's been hitting the gym, man. Samus is like, I'm tired of being scrawny. Tired of getting my ass kicked by a girl. I'm gonna go to the gym, eat some protein shakes, get myself buff.
Ah, Sakamoto, you dummy.
Stop running! Stop running, you asshole! We're coming for you!
You might remember this corridor. We came out of the room that I didn't want to enter when I first got here. Way back, I think it was episode 4.
Why didn't you want to enter back then?
Just because in order to actually use the room you needed the grapple beam.
Ah.
So it wouldn't have made no sense.
Oh, I know you're chasing me, Samus. Chase me now. Chase me. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I don't even know what we're looking for here.
There's actually an audio cue, but it's only useful if you have stereo, and I don't. I'm playing on a fairly old, like 1999 tube TV. Only has mono.
Oh, the deleter broke the computer, Samus. What you gonna do now?
Any objections, Adam?
Oh, look at Samus.
She's
showing
cheating.
off her individuality.
She's cheating.
If this was a parody, I would love this because it was a parody, but at this point, this is just like, well, fuck it. I'm doing what I can because I'm an individual.
In any case, we now have both the space jump and the screw attack.
Terrific.
Space jump works. It can boost your height a little bit from your initial jump, but not a whole lot. And it works pretty much infinitely. As long as you keep a steady rhythm, then you can keep level with the ground and, just go for infinite horizontal distances.
Awesome.
And screw attack.
Again, I'm pulling... Yeah?
You first. You first.
I was gonna say... No, go ahead.
Alright, fine. The screw attack, as usual, is one of Samus's more powerful weapons.
Sequence complete. Process successful.
That's it.
So I was gonna just say, any objections, Adam? It's almost, it would be so funny if throughout this whole time Samus is... Okay, I'll continue my train of thought later.
I'm not a member of the Galactic Federation. I came here because I intercepted the distress call. I'm a bounty hunter. And I know that something is after you. Please, you must believe me. Thank you. I'm Samus Aran. What's your name?
Madeline Bergman. Behind closed doors, the Galactic Federation was trying to create a special forces unit composed of bioweapons. In order to make it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zebesians at the center. But because of a certain presence, the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
By a certain presence, she must have meant Ridley. So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your life?
I had to. I felt there was a real danger here, that if left as is, the Zebesians would continue to evolve and resurrect as real space pirates.
If that danger was real, then the risk of withholding information to protect herself was too great, clearly. And yet, wasn't she the one who set the facility's system to self-destruct? In silence, I praised her courage and sense of responsibility. At the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians, under Ridley's influence, became super aggressive. Would that really lead to the resurrection of the space pirates? Without a malicious force to lead them down that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures? Regardless, it was clear that the Galactic Federation was ready to consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as for Madeline and others who knew the secret? But wait, there was another inconsistency in her story. Why go to such lengths at all? With just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's military force, they should have been able to destroy a facility of this scope with ease. So why didn't they?
Actually, there was an even more dangerous plan. Come with me.
What? That's not possible. The Metroids were terminated along with Zebes. Yes. And the last of them, the baby, met its end above my head.
You're Samus Aran, right? The one who annihilated the space pirates? Metroid remnants were attached to your suit when you returned from Zebes. They were reproduced from a piece of cell structure salvaged by the Federation, and they are in this facility.
I gave your suit a polish so you'd be at least somewhat presentable.
And Ridley in the same way.
At first, no one thought that the creature was Ridley. They didn't think it had potential as a bioweapon at all. They raised it like a pet, calling it Little Birdie. Until one day, it attacked one of the researchers and got away. Ridley had played dead and lured the scientist into his cage. What was left? It was a horrible sight.
But in order to control Metroids, you need Mother Brain's telepathy. You don't. You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone, did you?
It's artificial intelligence. We developed an AI program that would reproduce Mother Brain's thought processes. We called it MB.
But it was just a program. It wasn't the Mother herself.
MB evolved as it communicated with the Metroids. It appears as though it began to become self-aware, much like the original Mother Brain. It's really quite remarkable.
That's when it became clear to me just why Madeline was so afraid of the space pirate's resurrection. It wasn't that her story had holes in it. Through the holes were glimpses of the danger that was right before her eyes. If everything she said was true... Where are the Metroids and MB?
They're in an area called Sector 0. It's a unit that doesn't appear in any of our map data. It's a place like Turian, where we propagate and raise Metroids.
I began to see what the worst-case scenario would look like. The ultimate weapon, the Metroid, would be mass-produced, and as soon as an AI that could control them was developed, the plan to create a special forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called MB spun out of control, the facility became a place much like the planet Zevis. If the situation were left alone, galactic society would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids. And that's why they decided to capture the Metroids contained in Sector 0 and delete the rest of the facility, including the space pirates, Ridley, and everyone who knew the secret. But before the ringleaders could act, Adam appeared. Adam might have known or suspected the truth about the facility from the beginning. Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation, they could no longer act recklessly. And so a deleter was installed as a member of Adam's team to destroy evidence and plan each subsequent move. But having me added on as a member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's plans. Madeline, thanks for telling me all this. I've got to destroy the Metroids and MB in Sector 0. You have to remain hidden. Don't worry. The Galactic Federation CO who's here now will help you. You're safe.
Does that CO happen to be Commander Adam Malkovich? The real leader of this operation is Commander Malkovich. I can't believe that he's here.
Stay here until I return.
Samus did tell her to stay there.
Yeah, true. Samus, that was a bad
And
idea.
she was chasing the deleter all the way down to where she found Madeline, and then she told her to stay there. She didn't even bother looking for the assassin.
Samus's train of thought is very like, Metroid? Must kill. Metroid.
So they were
Whoa.
saying in the thread way, way back when we first found these things that they were originally called Kai Hunters from Super Metroid.
Yeah?
Well, these guys, I got this from the Metroid wiki, so take this as you will, but these guys, they are the Kai Hunters again, but they have been genetically modified.
Yeah. They're chittering.
And I'm just making a nuisance out of them with the screw attack.
I was gonna say, I like how Samus is like any objections at him, because if that was like, if she was just gritting her teeth all throughout, it's like, fine, I'll do what you want, that would have been a really funny moment. But no.
Process.
And wow, the end of the video is here already.
More than half of it, I want to say, was cutscene.